Hello, my name is Kyle, and here on my channel I make content for Spanish speakers to use as comprehensible input to improve their English, okay? But if you clicked on this video because of the title and you are a native English speaker, don't leave, okay? Because it is a valuable topic that I'm going to be talking about today. Today I'm going to be talking about how to be a better speaker, a better communicator, how to have deep, enjoyable conversations, okay? And this can be in your first language or your second language. So I believe that this video has something useful for anybody who might have clicked it, all right? So before I start going in on some tools and techniques that I have found to be very useful in conversations, let me tell you the story about a very, very shy, very quiet young boy. Okay, guys, a friend of mine told me a couple days ago, wow, what a good talent for speaking you have. Okay, because I told him that a lot of times when I record my videos, I don't have things written down, I just talk, okay? Now it helps that I usually talk about topics that I already have a thorough understanding of, but this is not something I could have done when I was younger, okay? And he got me thinking about this because it's something that I don't think about. You know, when I'm making these, I don't think, oh wow, this is easy to talk about. It's become natural to me, but that's because of years of practice, okay? Some people, guys, are naturally social people. They could sit down with a complete stranger and have a wonderful conversation. Other people are born completely introverted, like me, all right? And it's something that they have to learn over the years through experiences. So if you guys are very shy, very introverted people, don't worry. It's something you can work on, you can completely change, okay? Guys, when I tell you I was a shy kid, I mean I was a shy kid, okay? I was very quiet in school, all the way up until high school, okay? And I had my friends, but I was only able to be open and be the real me around people that I already knew. So it was hard to make new friends, and if you didn't already know me, you would think that I was a quiet, weird guy, okay? I'm thinking one day in the future to make some videos about some of the stories. Sorry guys, you could hear an airplane flying by. I'm out here in my backyard. But I'm thinking about making some content about some stories of very awkward situations that happened to me when I was younger because of how shy and unsocial and introverted I was. I might put that on the membership page because I am a little embarrassed by them. So maybe I don't want to tell them to everybody. Maybe I'll just tell them to the people who support me on the membership page. So that'll be down in the description below, a link to the membership page. Guys, I've got a ton of very personal, deep content on there that I think you guys can really benefit from. So if you want to support the channel and get some exclusive content, check out the link down below to the membership page. Oops. Alright, so I was super shy, guys, super shy. I could only be open and talk openly with very close members of my family and maybe one or two friends. But if I was out in public, I was not talking. I was very quiet. I was so shy that it was hard for me to, in a grocery store, ask for help or, you know, something like that. Go to a doctor's appointment or things like that, all right? Make phone calls. All of these things were very difficult for me by my nature, okay? Naturally, I am not an outgoing person. I'm a very private, I was very shy, okay? But over the years of working on this, I've come to the point where I love to have conversations with people. I love to talk with people, learn how other people see the world. And a great conversation, guys, is a way to experience the world from somebody else's point of view. And I love it. On my channel, I've had conversations with incredible people in English, Spanish, and even a little bit of French. And I've been able to speak with my subscribers. I've had conversations with family members, with people who I grew up with Miguel Torres, the MMA fighter. I've had some incredible conversations, guys. And had I never worked on these conversation skills, these speaking skills, a lot of the best experiences I've ever had in my life would have never happened, okay? And guys, this is a skill that really can improve your life, okay? If I wasn't able to have good conversations, I would not be with my wife, who to me is an incredibly beautiful woman. I wouldn't be with her because I would have never met her. I would have been scared to approach her, to be outgoing. And investing in myself in this skill has brought me friendships, has taken me on adventures, has helped me to meet so many of you guys. Sorry guys, there's somebody mowing his lawn, cutting his grass. I hope it's not too loud. Hopefully you could hear me fine still. But anyway, I just really want to stress to the young guys out there, okay? And to my buddy, he knows who he is, who said, wow, what a talent for speaking you have. Invest in that skill, okay? It takes time. Every skill takes time, but it is quite worth it. And if you invest in this skill, there's no telling where it will take you, okay? Just having this YouTube channel where I talk to a camera, all right, has been a very enriching experience in my life. One of the coolest things I've ever done, okay? And it allows me to connect with people all over the world, and I absolutely love it. Now there's an airplane. Now it's all loud, guys. Oh my goodness, I thought I was gonna have peace out here. So anyway, let's get going, guys. So we're gonna talk about two different types of conversation skills, okay? There's small talk, which is chatting, okay? Talking with a stranger for a few minutes at the grocery store, talking with a coworker about the weather, little things, okay? Small talk. And this is what you do with strangers generally. And then after that, we're gonna talk about the art of deep conversation, okay? Which is something I take a lot of pleasure in. I really love sitting down and getting inside of somebody else's brain. To me, it's very pleasurable. I love it. That's why I love to have conversations with my subscribers. So if any of you guys want to have a conversation with me, practice your English, my email is down in the description below. You can send me a DM on Instagram. Send me just write in the comments that you would like to have a conversation with me, and we'll schedule that. I love to record videos having conversations with my subscribers. Some of the coolest people I've met have been you guys. So first, small talk. And guys, the small talk will help you prepare for the deep conversations later. If you're a very shy person, this is where you start, okay? When you go to the store, tienda, okay? When you go to a doctor's appointment, if you're going to a new job at work, you start practicing with the small talk, okay? Now, you could talk about the weather, clima, okay? Wow, it's nice outside, yeah? Or you could say, you know, what'd you do this last weekend? Do you have plans for the weekend? All of that stuff is cool, but sometimes you get to a point where you don't know what to say next, right? And then it's kind of just awkward and quiet, and you don't know where to go from there, right? So I want to share a method that I saw before online that I think is quite useful. It's called the Ford method, F-O-R-D, and the F-O-R-D all stand for different words. The words they stand for are family, occupation, recreation, and dreams, okay? So if you could kind of remember this, this always gives you somewhere to go in a conversation, okay? This is not something that I use because I didn't know about this years ago when I was trying to learn how to speak to people and get over my shyness. But I think that had I known this, it would have been an awesome place to start. I would have started using this in high school and talking to people that way. So, family, guys. You know, especially parents love to talk about their children, okay? People like to talk about their siblings, their parents. So family is always a good place to start, okay? Because, you know, hopefully everybody has a family. Unless something crazy has happened in their life, they've got some sort of family member. So family is always a topic of conversation you could go to. You know, hey, for you guys in high school, you know, so you live with your family, do you have any brothers or sisters, you know, things like that. Are you close with your family? I enjoy that one a lot because it's interesting to me to see the different family dynamics that people have. So, you know, I was not close with my dad. So when I meet somebody who is close with their parents, I like to kind of investigate that a little bit because I'm trying to be close with my son his whole life. So maybe I could learn something by seeing why they're so close with their parents, how they've kept that relationship strong throughout their whole lives. That's something interesting to me. So the F is for family, O is for occupation. That means your job, guys. What do you do for work? Once again, almost everybody has an occupation, right? Adults. Now this one's not going to work for the young guys in high school. Some people do have jobs, you know, small part-time jobs after school. They help their parents, things like that. But this one, if you're meeting somebody at a party, okay, what do you do, man? Where do you work? You know, what's your career? What are you doing for your job right now? And this can give you a lot of different ways to go with the conversation. So, okay, do you like it? What do you do there? Okay, oh, you know, I've heard about that place. I've always wondered, what do they do inside that building? What do you do there? Do you work crazy hours? Do you have to work at night? Do you work early in the morning? Okay, occupation or job can lead to a lot of different routes in the conversation. So that's another one to remember, the O, occupation. R means recreation, which means pastimes, hobbies. Recreation is your time off, your free time, the things you do in your free time. So what do you like to do for fun is a great one, okay? Because everybody's passionate about their hobbies, their pastimes that they enjoy doing. People will talk and talk and talk about this one if you let them, okay? So recreation's great. What do you like to do for fun? Oh, you like to watch shows. What shows do you watch? Oh, I've seen that one. Oh, I've wanted to see that one. Is it good? Do you recommend it? Oh, you train martial arts? Which one do you train? I train jiu-jitsu. You train taekwondo? Oh, that's pretty cool. So what kind of kicks do you know? Okay, this one is another one that could go in so many directions. Remember that, recreation. D, dreams, sueños, okay? This one it gets you a little deeper, okay? So this one can take you from small talk into the deeper conversations. But sometimes people aren't comfortable talking about this one if they don't have dreams, okay? Some people are just lost. They're at a lost place in their life. They don't have a goal. They don't have a place they're going. With people like that, it might even offend them, you know, to ask them, so what are your dreams and goals? So this one is something I like to talk to with people who I can see and tell that they're my kind of people, okay? I see that they have goals. I see that they're hustling every day to better themselves. Those are the kind of people I will ask, what are your dreams? What's your goals? Where you want to be in 5 years? And that can lead you to some wonderful conversations, okay? So those are the small talk tools, guys. And I think that FORD method can be something very valuable to remember. So as far as deep conversations, guys, dreams we talked about. That one is incredible. But I want to talk about two things that I never hear people mentioning about the art of conversation, okay? And these two skills will make people want to have these deep conversations with you. Number one is to put yourself in their shoes. This is an expression in English that means to look at the world from their point of view, okay? To walk in somebody else's shoes means to try and imagine how they feel. See the world the way that they see it, okay? And you'll be surprised when you try and do this, that you actually have a lot in common with people who you even maybe thought you had nothing in common with, okay? For example, if you are somebody who leans to the left, politically Democrat, and you see a guy who is a Republican, you're gonna just say, oh, I've got nothing in common with that person, I'm not gonna talk to them. But if you look at the world from their point of view, you will start to understand why they feel that way. And you will see that for whatever reason, the world is very divided right now, but it does not have to be, okay? We can connect with people who are completely different from us. This could be about religion, politics, societal points of views, all right? Don't automatically think because they think different than you that you can't connect with them, okay? Some wonderful friendships can be between two people who are completely different, okay? A friend of mine was a Muslim, okay? And I know some people who are, very religious and think, oh, because of their beliefs, they're gonna go to hell or something like that. But if you actually talk to this guy, you would realize that the morals that he lives his life by are so close to Christianity, okay? Are so close to Judaism. You don't realize that all these religions have a lot in common. And from my point of view, my religious viewpoints or spiritual viewpoints are that I am not the one to judge anybody, okay? So if I write somebody off because they have a different religion or they're atheist, they don't believe anything, that's me being judgmental, and I'm not the judge in this life. So, I've had wonderful conversations with people who say they believe in God, they have this religion, they're spiritual but don't believe in a God, or they don't believe in anything. They just think this is all a coincidence and an accident. And I've had wonderful conversations with them, okay? I even had a conversation with somebody who told me that in his past he explored Satanism, and that was a interesting conversation, to see from that person's point of view why he felt that way. He said he changed, but had I judged him and be like, oh, this guy is a lunatic, he's doing crazy stuff, then we would not have been able to have a wonderful conversation, okay? So don't cut a conversation short because somebody expresses that they have a different point of view. Put yourself in their shoes, and try and see the world from their point of view, and you might be thrilled with the conversation you have. You might learn something very new, something very interesting from that person. And the other thing I wanted to say is don't be negative, okay? Don't be negative in conversations, all right? If you have a negative opinion, keep it to yourself, okay? There's another expression here in English that our moms tell us when we're kids. If you do not have anything nice to say, do not say anything at all, okay? Now, my wife and I, there's this person who sometimes we have to be around because we go to somebody's house who we love, okay? They have a friend who we don't like to be around. Now, this person is very negative. Anytime you say anything, this person wants to say, oh, no, that's not right, it's like this, or they have something negative to say about it. They never have anything nice to say to add to the conversation, okay? They are a know-it-all, un don sabe todo, like my wife says, a know-it-all, and it's miserable to be around this person and to try and talk and have nice conversations around them, because they're always trying to take a nice conversation and bring it down to a sad, negative level, okay? They're an energy vampire, all right? Don't be like this. Add positive things to the conversation. Even if you don't agree with what people are saying, don't cut them down because of it, okay? Don't try and make them feel like they don't know what they're talking about, because there's nothing worse than talking about something you're passionate about, and then somebody tries to come in the conversation and tell you how you're wrong, or make it sound like what you love is not cool, or tell you why it's not cool. You know, nobody wants that when they're trying to be passionate, when they're trying to talk about something they're passionate about, okay? So, for example, what if somebody's telling me, oh, I'm learning Japanese right now, it's so cool, I love it, I could watch my anime, I could, go to sushi restaurants and speak with the waiters, and I'm like, Japanese? Japanese is dumb, it's a small island, it's not a worldwide language, anime's for losers. That would be terrible, and I would never do that, okay? Through what I've learned from conversating with so many people, if you tell me you're trying to learn Japanese, I'd be like, whoa, that's awesome. I've heard that the writing system is hard. What do you think about that? Have you had difficulties with that? Tell me why. Why you want to learn Japanese? Do you want to go to Japan? Maybe you like to watch the anime and you want to be able to watch it without subtitles? What's your favorite show? Oh, I haven't seen it, but maybe I'll check it out. It sounds interesting. Okay? Put yourself in their point of view, in their shoes, and be positive. Okay? Be positive. One last thing I want to say about this person, because I don't want to be negative and say negative things. I try to understand them, the negative person, okay? And I try and realize, I was telling my wife about this last time we were around this person. I told her, yeah, I know it's not fun to be around this person, but I don't think that they're happy with their life. And that's why they try and bring everything around them down. Another saying in English is misery loves company. To be miserable means you're sad, you're not happy, and misery loves company. So that means that these people who are not happy want other people to be miserable too. So they bring them down to their level, and that way at least they're not alone. They're not alone in their sadness. So even if you have to deal with someone like this, try and be compassionate, try and see the world from their point of view, and maybe you can add a little bit of positivity to their day. All right, my friends. What is that noise? Oh, sorry guys, that was my phone. I thought somebody was talking around me. All right guys, that's all I have to say about conversations, becoming a good conversationalist, the art of speaking. Tell me in the comments below, are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? Is it easy for you to talk to new people or difficult? All right, to my loyal subscribers, muchísimas gracias por ver y nos vemos pronto.